What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon Kindle and Create Space. A link will be in the description box below, as usual. This video is titled What Happened to Manners and Hygiene? The reason I'm bringing this up is a few things have happened over the last few months, and I've just been chilling. None of y'all business. So, but I had to check somebody yesterday, and this is not the first time I had to do this. Um, Someone wanted to be a jerk for no reason whatsoever, you know, and other people was trying to tell him like, yo, just no, don't be rude to this person, i.e. me, because they're right there trying to get this done. Don't they're not, and these are just strangers that just a regular daily manners and decorum. So the person looks over and she sees it's me, and she's like, "I'm gonna respect you." All right, okay. So I just had to promptly say, since you wanted a problem, what's the problem? And then I don't know what you're talking about. What? I don't know. And I had to do this with. Uh, I remember it was some guys in a pickup truck that damn near ran me over. That I had to pull up on when they parked and went to whatever business. Like, yo, y'all tried to run me over. So what's up? And then, oh, like, here's the problem. And I'm using this as an example of manners first. You know, people for some odd reason think they have the right to be rude without repercussion, without consequence, without being confronted. It's not the case. You know, you want to go and live your life, people want to cut you off in line, and then you got to say, hey, chill out, know your manners. And it's a problem because as an adult, I shouldn't have to talk to another adult about manners. And even if it's a genuine, sincere mistake, you, what's the big deal to apologize? I didn't know. I'm sorry. You know, didn't get that. Didn't realize the whole situation. So I apologize. But instead of that, you have people like, you know, I do what I want. And the problem with that is you could do what you want, but you might not just walk away scot free. And I see this, too often. People talking to strangers any kind of way just because they feel like they can. You know, people having conversations in public around strangers that you probably should either turn the volume down on or not have in front of people that you don't know. And I see this a lot. And people think being rude is funny and not having manners is funny. And being tasteless, having no tact, and being classless is entertaining until you run into a person that's not playing these games. And it's like, you should have known this by now. Nobody has time to teach you how to be an adult and operate in society properly. And no, when I was talking about it earlier, it wasn't a black woman, okay? But it's it's really a shame that you really got to check people the way you do nowadays. You know, It's so bad. When I go to the grocery store now, or if I go to pay for something and I have a cart, I'll stand in front of the cart when it's empty, so I can get space between the person behind me and me and my stuff. Because people like just being too close. People get too comfortable. And that's what I think. I think society has gotten too comfortable to the point where, you know, people actually think manners don't get you anywhere, and that could be further from the truth. And it bothers me because if you got the if you have the gall to be rude and be disrespectful and be a jerk, you can't turn around and play the victim. You can't turn around and be aloof and not know what's going on and act like, oh, I didn't know, or you get shook like, oh, all this all this instigating I was doing in these microaggressions, somebody's gonna actually meet it with aggression. Oh my God! Like there are people out here playing with fire on purpose, and then they get brand new when it's time to get burned. I don't understand that. You shouldn't have to have somebody check you or put their foot in your behind for you to actually have respect for other human beings. But more so respect for yourself, not to put yourself in a compromising situation that you don't want to deal with the consequences of. Because in this society, me checking that young lady, I could be looked at as the bad guy because how dare I check a person who was out of line in the first place. Oh, they're the victim of, jerk shaming, you know. So that's my issue with that. But I got another issue as far as hygiene. See, I don't understand why so many people have a hard time taking care of their cleanliness or just doing things that is just straight up nasty. Like I was clowning with a friend of mine a couple of days ago, a female friend of mine. And I said, man, I don't know how y'all women do it because, you know, I, I, I go out sometimes. You got to use the restroom at a restaurant, gas station, or whatever. And you know, where I live at, it's a well-to-do area, right? These are some of the nastiest people I ever seen in my life. You know, I've never seen so many. I've never seen as many people not flush a toilet and urinate on the floors, on a sink. I don't know how you, if the toilet's here and the sink's over here. I don't know how you got piss on the sink. Like I just don't understand it. Like, people who just leave just do their whole business and leave all the evidence. And it hit a bad point when I was in the gym one day and I was walking in just to change shirts. Walking in a locker room. This old white dude sitting in the mirror, because he's by himself. He's the only person in the locker room. He's eyeballing himself. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. And I walk in and I guess I make it uncomfortable, which I'm glad I did. And I'm like, you could have went home and did that for one. But here was my issue. So he's in there naked in the mirror feeling himself, right? Not literally, but figuratively. And he just sits on the bench. No towel, no nothing. Now, the dude had toilet paper in his ass. And I'm just sitting there like, you in the mirror feeling yourself with toilet paper dangling out your ass, but you just sitting on stuff? Like no towel, nothing. Just on the bench. I got to get out of here, man. I got to go, man. And I see this all the time. You know, you go places, people don't wash their hands. Um, you look at how people don't brush their teeth. And you can tell, like, do you look at yourself in the mirror in the morning? Did you not see all of that plaque that's been there since the 1900s? Like, you're not gonna just work on that in some way, shape, form, or fashion. You're not gonna do nothing about that. You know, people's breath smell like, you know, nuclear gumbo. Like, people don't want to use deodorant or soap. And I'm not talking about homeless people, because the crazy part about it is, and I've been homeless before, I've seen homeless people who try their best to have great manners and take care of their hygiene as best as best as possible, under an unfortunate pressure-filled circumstance. You know what I'm saying? And but these people who have roofs over their head and have their own clothes and have jobs, you know, it's just, you know, wearing clothes. You gotta wash and dry, but you wear the same clothes every day, but you never wash them, so they smell like last year. I mean, and then you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna wear these funky ass things tomorrow. Wait a minute, pimp. No, you know. I'm perturbed by society, because where did the manners and the hygiene go? It should be there. Just in my opinion, it should be there. But I see so many people who just want to be rude and who just completely, utterly let themselves go. I don't know if it's like a mental breakdown, a lack of love for self, or something, but it's getting bad, man. We living in the last days. I'm out, man.